I'm Larissa Raphael, the pastry chef at Telepan, and it's Thanksgiving. Today I'm going to do a chocolate pecan tart. So the first part of the pecan pie is the chocolate crust. I make a chocolate short dough crust that has pecans inside the dough. Get about 2 cups of pecans onto a sheet pan, and you're going to put them in the oven. Okay, so let's take out the toasted nuts. Do they look good? Okay, great. The nuts are cooled down. I can touch them. They're not hot. So we're going to do this inside a robot because we want to get the nuts really fine. Place your nuts into a Cuisinart, any type of blender that you have at home. We're going to let these go around until they're really fine. Okay, great. The nuts are nice and fine. So now we're going to add our powdered sugar and cocoa powder. It's about a cup of cocoa powder, 2.5 cups of powdered sugar or so. And you're also going to add your flour, which I've already added a pinch of salt to. Now you're going to add butter into the mixture. So now we're going to turn this back on. Probably pulse will be best in your machine this way. So now we're going to add the eggs. That's the last step for this. It's a little bit big. It would probably feed about 20 people. I just wanted to make enough dough today. But on the website, I'll do a smaller batch. Okay, so the eggs are in, and now you're just going to let this all mix together. The best thing to do is take your dough out of your Cuisinart, pat it down, wrap it up, and then we're going to place it into the refrigerator for, like I said, about a half hour just to set up. Okay, so while your chocolate pecan dough is setting up in the fridge, you can make the pecan filling. So, all you're going to need to do is you're going to mix together white and brown sugar, vanilla extract. In this recipe here, I have about a cup of corn syrup, about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, and we're putting in eggs. Okay, so butter's melted, and we're going to add it into our mixture. And I'm just hand blending everything together until it's all blended. Okay, and that's the pecan pie filling. That's pretty easy. Now we're going to make the chocolate ganache that goes on top. That's even easier. I have some cream here. For this recipe, I have a cup and maybe a cup and a tablespoon about of heavy cream. You're just going to put that into a pot and bring it up to a boil. So you see here that the cream is hot, scalding, close to boiling. And we're going to pour it over the chocolate chips. We're going to use the hand blender and blend this together. See how shiny that is? So that's chocolate ganache. Now we can get to the next few steps to make the chocolate pecan tart. We're going to go back to the chocolate dough that we made, roll it out, and start forming our tart. Okay, so put some flour down on your board and some flour on top of the chocolate dough. We're going to roll this out. Again, when you're rolling doughs, it's always good to keep moving your dough around and putting flour down. We want to roll this out to be about 1/8 to 1/4 inches thick. I have the dough rolled out. I'm putting out these pecan shells now. I'm going to use small tart shells. I'm going to spray them. And I'm going to line the shells. Once you have your shells lined, we're going to put these into the oven at 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. They look good. Great. So the other thing that you need for the chocolate pecan tart are the pecans themselves inside the tart. So I toast those also. So all you need to do now is you're going to take your toasted pecans and put them into your pie shell. You put about a tablespoon of your pecan pie filling into the bottom. Now we're going to put these back into the oven to let the filling bake off. Oh yeah, they look nice. So you can see they look set There's no liquid and they're browned a little bit. Now you're gonna take your tart shells out. And once you have them on the plate, now we're gonna put the chocolate ganache on top. Great, so now let's take a bite of this. Happy Thanksgiving from Telepan.